This is going to be the worst thing that you're going to hear today. Some folks are going to be devastated. Some are going to just be bothered all day by this information. There's going to be others that I'm not going to really put a second thought to it because they're either not ready, they're not at that part of their journey in their life, and they think they have nothing but time. Few days ago, I went down a rabbit hole. You find the greatest stuff in the rabbit hole. Just things that you just normally wouldn't think about just come down the path and just kind of hits you upside the head and say, "Hey, here's something you never really thought about." I took this information and I shared it with my spouse. My wife didn't like that information very, very much. For her, it's a lot of wasted time and effort that she's made in trying to let the legacy live on and bring happiness and joy to our son and family. And at the end of the day, you kind of have to recess and reset and think about a lot of different things. It's kind of shocking. And the hard truth is you're going to spend your whole life writing this narrative of who you are. It defines who you are, what you do, how you live. Uh, you write this narrative of how you want to be remembered by your kids, your family, the people in and around you. And we have this magical fairyland story made up where people are going to high five one another and hug and cry and be happy and drink champagne and raise a glass to your achievements and how great and wonderful person you are. And they thank you so much for the tokens and memories and everything. It's an interesting concept. We all have it. We all want to have some kind of purpose and leave something behind, memories, thoughts, just something that will live on generation after generation. And it's interesting, when I watched these videos and this gentleman was talking about basically when you die or you pass on, go on to the greater next life, whatever is after this, you leave behind all your worldly possessions. And his job is to go in and basically clean the house out, get it ready, and do all this stuff so that whoever the beneficiaries are can sell the home. And he says in every every instant that he's ever done, every house, and he's done a lot, it's the same story every time, and he has never changed in the so many years he's been doing this. So he'll ask the beneficiaries or whoever, "What do you want uh, to be done with their stuff? Trash it, throw it away, throw it all away. What about important documents or momentums or photos? Throw it away. They don't want anything. Uh, and usually the photos is the memories of happiness and different things that we cherish. We find priceless. A lot of times, we will grab all our pictures when there's a natural disaster. Hey, you got 15 minutes to go in your house and grab whatever you can. A lot of people will get clothes. They will get maybe some food, uh, important documents, but they always want to grab photos because those are memories. You know, those are one of the high prized possessions we have to retain memories, the happy times, the wonderful times that have defined who we are, who has defined and helped us remember, oh yeah, I do remember that. That puts a wonderful smile on our faces, the good times, you know. Priceless memories on paper. And this gentleman was saying that, you know, they're told to throw everything away. And it bothered him so much that in every instant, every home he's ever done, he has taken the important documents and photos, and there's usually a lot of photos, and they will put it in the bathtub in one of the bathrooms, and it'll be stacked really, really high every time. In attempts that maybe the owners will change their mind at the last minute and want to keep it. They will remove everything. They will do their repairs and clean and do everything that they do so that they can sell the home. And the last thing is the pictures and important tokens of whatever. And in every 100%, every case, he said it still wasn't enough. He ended up having to throw it all away because they didn't want to keep your memories. Those are your memories. They're not theirs. They're not your sons. They're not your daughters. They're not your family members or your aunts and uncles, your friends. They don't care. They don't care. Their memories are what they're working on now. And they will have their own photo albums and tokens and things that they will collect over the years that will build their life. But your memories, your photos and things really isn't theirs. You know, the best I can hope with our photos is my son will get a wife and have children, and I can embarrass him at the most. You know, I look at my son's baby picture. But at the end of the day, we've talked to my son years ago, and we still bring it up from time to time. Do you want any of these photos? His answer has always been the same. No, because they're not really his memories. They're our memories of him, but it's not what has defined him. It's not what's going to define your children and the people that know and love you. And in time, you're going to be forgotten. You know, the toasting, the script that you write up in your head, how you're going to be remembered, and even if you put it in a will or whatever, it isn't going to matter because in time, even if they do it one time, it will get less and less. People will forget you. You'll be forgotten. Um, Time will go on. The healing and crying that used to happen in the morning of your passing is going to get better each day, and until it doesn't hurt anymore, until it's nothing. Most people won't really be affected by their lot. Your, or I guess by you moving on. Uh, your children will, hopefully. Uh, your family, your friends will miss you and love you and cry. But in the end, you're going to be forgotten, and not one person is going to want any of your shit. It's going to go to the dump. pardon my French, it will sit there and collect and turn to dust and become nothing more than soil. So think about when you're downsizing and you're in that retirement age and you're doing this, that, and the other, that is it anything that you're going to be able to pass on? Do they really want it? Or are you wasting your time, money, and energy trying to save these momentums for whoever? Because they're not going to want it, more than likely. I'm pretty sure there might be one or two people out there that want to keep the important documents, wants to keep pictures for historical reasons. Most people are not going to care. They couldn't be bothered by anything that you are going to leave behind. The only thing that they're going to value is the house, money, generational wealth. That's probably what's most important to them. But furniture, a couch, nice things really isn't going to matter to them. It's going to be outdated. It's going to be vintage, and just trash in a lot of people's eyes. So, what I wanted to say was you collect a lot of crap over the years. And even though it's priceless to you and me, it's not priceless to anybody else. And I think when you want to leave something in hopes that they're going to cherish it, odds are they're not going to. So when you're downsizing and when you're doing these hobbies and stuff to leave onto your kids or other folks, you have to probably ask yourself, is it really worth it? Are they really going to appreciate it? Or is it that I'm just filling my day and time with a meaningless task that I hope they will cherish and adore? My wife and I have a wall in our living room, this big wall, and it is stacked with photo albums. It is stacked with all these pages and arts and crafts. My wife got really big into creating albums for photos and stuff. Scrapbooking is what she was in. She was heavily in it. She's got all kinds of stuff and got some great photo albums. But at the end of the day, it only holds value to me and her, but no one else, not even my son. So think about what you're going to leave behind, or what are they going to do with it. And when you're downsizing and getting rid of stuff, maybe this helps you with the decision of planning what to get rid of and what to hang on to. Uh, Maybe talk to your kids or whoever. Do you really want this? Or are you just going to throw it away? Have an honest discussion, because more than likely they're going to tell you no, they don't want it. And it might be hard for you to let go, but you can't take it with you. Interesting discussions and stuff. But wanted to leave you with that thought. Uh, we don't really think about the morbid side of what we should be thinking about until we hear from other people that are actually doing it day in and day out. And hopefully this helps a few of you. Hopefully it sheds some light and doesn't bring anybody down too much. It kind of devastates us a little bit that I have a house full of stuff I've collected over the years, and they don't really mean a pile of anything. So my name is Tiger, and this is the Tiger on Fire. And if you found anything in here helpful and made you think about something, please leave a comment. Tell me what that was. I want to hear What what is it that you find priceless in your house and you want to leave to your family or your heirs, and now you're having second thoughts? Or what is it that you plan on leaving them? Because you might be surprised. Unless it's something super awesome, I don't know. Photos, furniture, cars may not be it. The house may not be it. So generational wealth is probably being the best thing, and that may not even be 100% appreciated. So here's to not knowing what your future is after your future. And I will see you guys and gals on the next one. Y'all take care.